Welcome back to my 3-in-1 birthday special for Scott Weinger, Jodi, Benson, and Henry Winkler, in which we're going to play one more PlayStation 3 game, and that is Jeopardy. See how it goes. All right, here we go. Let's play. Let's play Jeopardy.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Rivet.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories: the Tony Awards, Kmart, CSI Shakespeare, state governors, transportation, and 19th century medicine. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1 stabbed the king and made him drink poison. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark, and it's him. Yes, player 1? That's it. Player 1. Witness says he does murder sleep, and the guy okayed the hit on Banquo. But what we have here, Frank, is regicide. Yes, player 1? That's correct. Blood spatter says the guy killed Paris, then himself. The girl stabbed herself. Ain't love grand? Yes, player 1? Right. 3 dead daughters by poison, hanging, and suicide. I wouldn't want to write the family Christmas card this year. Player 1? That's it. The Duke's been stabbed, then drowned in a barrel of wine. Looks like the drinks are on him. Yes, player 1? Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we wanted. Richard III. Select again. After criminal activities by this secret society, Oklahoma was placed under martial law in September of 1923. Yes, player 1? Good. The 10th letter of the Greek alphabet. Yes, player 1? Yes. Player 1. Technically, It's known as the patella. Yes, player one? Good. Max Sennett's silent movie Bumblers. It's player one. Right. Born in 1862, he founded the Vienna Secession School of Painting and also created vibrant portraits of women. Yes, player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? We're talking about Gustav Klimt. You again, player one. In 1885, the first successful vaccine for this was tested on a boy who had been bitten by a dog. Yes, player one? Right. Player one? The invention of the ophthalmoscope in 1851 by Hermann von Helmholtz aided inspection of this body part. Okay, player one? You got it. Player in 1865, Joseph Lister began using carbolic acid as this, from the Latin for against putrefaction. Player one? Good for you. In 1852, George Kamen gave physicians a new version of this instrument, whose name is from the Greek for chest. It's player one. Yes. This German's discovery of X-rays in 1895 had visible effects in diagnosing medical problems. Yes, player one? You are correct. Player one, back to you. Elected in 2003, this governor made his totally fantastic film debut in 1970's Hercules Goes Bananas. Yes, player one? That is correct. This patriot, known for his bold signature, died in 1793 while serving his 9th term as governor of Massachusetts. Yes, player one? That's correct. By law, this ex-Texas governor can never be elected U.S. president again. Yes, player one? Correct. He was elected governor of Arkansas at age 32. Yes, player one? Good. Answer, it's the Daily Double. You are in first place. Here is your Daily Double clue. Hamilton Fish, Enos T. Throop, and George Pataki have served as governors of this state. That puts you even further ahead. You again, player one. The front of the Tony Award depicts these ancient twin emblems of comedy and tragedy. Okay, player one. Right. Don't cry for Mandy Patinkin. He won a 1980 Tony Award for this musical. Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Ian McKellen won a Tony in 1981 for playing this rival of Mozart in Amadeus. Let's hear it, player one. You got it. From 1997 to 2010, the Tony Award ceremony was held at this nearly 6,000-seat hall. Okay, player one. Yep. She's the dynamic actress-producer for whom the Tony Awards were named. It's player one. That's right, way to go. Player one, roofed cars on a freight train, or a roll of 12 in a dice game. It's player one. Yes. Player one, Jimmy.
The name of this vehicle, used on grave occasions, comes from Old French for long rake.
Player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. Hearse. Player one. During the Cold War, two different families escaped over the Berlin Wall using these lighter-than-air vehicles. Okay, player one. You got it. From 1985 to 2003, Milwaukee hosted a parade featuring dozens of these wagons from Baraboo. Player one? Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Circus wagons. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. If you're walking your baby back home in London, it won't be in a stroller, but in this four-letter synonym. Player one?
Oh.
Right. The Jeopardy round will begin right after this. And we have two daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Movies by characters. Literary bears. Tea time. Ancient times. Islands. And the body human. Player two, you start us off. This U.S. Commonwealth lies about 70 miles across the Mona Passage from the Dominican Republic. It's player one. Good for you. Player one. Here's Jimmy.
The indigenous name of this island, home to the famous Moai statues, is Rapa Nui.
It's player one. Yep. A chain of shoals known as Adam's Bridge stretches between India and this nation. Okay, player one. You are correct. This large island's two highest peaks lie in the Maoke Mountains. Player one. You got it. Answer, the first of the daily doubles. You are in, and the daily double clue. This large Italian island in the Mediterranean lies just 7 miles south of Corsica. That puts you even further ahead. You again, player one. The astronomer Hipparchus is famed for cataloging more than 800 of these. That's even more than MGM had. Okay, player one. Yes. I do declare Tefnut was this ancient civilization's goddess of the dew. It's player one. Right you are. Darius I of this empire claimed that Bardia, the king he killed and replaced, had been an impostor. It's player one. Right. player one. The Celtic town of Vindobona became this military post for the Romans. It later evolved into this capital on the Danube. Let's hear it, player one. That's it. If I were not Alexander, said Alexander the Great, I would be this philosopher who lived in a tub. Okay, player one. No, that's not right. Anyone else? It's player three. Right. Player three, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? This literary bear started life as a real teddy bear bought as a toy for Christopher Milne. Yes, player one? Right. Player one, created by Walt Morey, this docile bear lives in the Alaskan wilderness. It's player one. Yes. This bear got his name from the London train station where he was first found after arriving from Peru. Okay, player one. You got it. Player one. On this doctor's island, you'll find a bear bull and an old woman made of vixen and bear. Okay, player one. Correct. His story, The Bear, recounts an annual hunting expedition in Yoknapatawpha County, Mississippi. Yes, player one? You are correct. Player one, back to you. This pigment in blood transports oxygen. Okay, player one? Right. Microscopic shaggy hairs called villi line the walls of this digestive organ. It's player one. No. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? The correct response is the small intestine. Player one. In the arm, the name of this muscle precedes brachii. In the leg, femoris. Okay, player one. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Any other takers? Ooh. Here's what we were looking for. The biceps. The human brain has billions of connections across these gaps between neurons. Okay, player one. Good. Sometimes caused by tooth grinding, the disorder known by these three letters can lead to a clicking jaw. Yes, player one. Good. Player one, choose again. 2011. Gary, Mary, Kermit. Player one. Good. 1964. President Merkin Muffley, General Buck Turgidson. Yes, player one. You got it. 1974. Bart, Lily von Stoop, Governor William J. Lepetamain. Yes, player one. That's it. 1995. Longshanks, Princess Isabel, Robert the Bruce. Yes, player one. That's right. Way to go. Player 1984. Dr. Peter Venkman, Dr. Egon Spengler, Gozer. Yes, player 1. You got it. Please pick it. It's the T in ATM, or physicist Edward. Okay, player 1. Yes. It can mean to veer or to go sour as applied to milk. It's player 1. Any other takers? It's player 2. Right. Player 2, you're in command of the board as we continue. Right? Another name for a billy club or a policeman's baton. Player 1. Is correct. It's a sustained pull applied mechanically to correct fractured or dislocated bones. Yes, player 1. Yes. And now the $2,000 clue. Answer. The other daily double. You are in first place. Player 1, give us a wager. Answer. In some religious beliefs, it's the process of transference of a soul into another body at death. That puts you even further ahead. Looks like you'll all be moving on to Final Jeopardy after this break. Time to get ready for Final Jeopardy. And today the category is this. Traveling the globe. What are you going to wager? Here you are, players, the Final Jeopardy clue. Flying due west from Los Angeles, it's the first foreign country you would reach. What did you put as your response?
Japan.
And this correct response will...
I'm going to end up with $111,111. I'll see y'all for another game.
What did you put as your response? And that will lose you. Let's see your response. With that correct response, you will gain. Player 1, congratulations to you. Good game, everyone, and thank you so much for playing.